Good morning, pool fans from all over the world. Welcome to the Predator European Pool Championships. You're watching the winners qualification match of the 9-ball event. And what a match we've got here in store. We've got Rivo Maimre versus Azolas Tradraficius. And Azolas has won the leg and is gonna break. My name is Pascal de Smit. I will be joining you today, calling the shots. And what a big matchup. We're watching the defending 9-ball champion against, well, the defending champion is this man here, Rivo, against Azolas, who just won the 10-ball in this year's European Championships. So both players very capable, could have been a final even. So, but let's see in the early morning local time how these young players will hold up. Well, did well to see a little part of that. Had to go into the 6, but we'll have to find cover now. How's the speed? I've got the snooker, easy jump, but not an easy make. If he goes for the make, it's gonna kick into the 4. Well, what a shot to begin with. Well, if this is an indication of what we have in store, then this is gonna be a very exciting match, ladies and gentlemen. Smart safety there. So didn't have cover, but found the very awkward position for Rivo. So containing, didn't get the snooker. I think another safety will come up. Maybe when the players are in front, they will go for a bank shot in the same situation, but now just feeling each other out a little bit. Little swerve kick. So first real chance here for Azolas. Wow. And you know what? The way both players struck the ball, you can see already what quality possess. Makes it look very easy. Crossover for the 7 in the same corner. Don't want to be straight though. It's just okay. Nice speed of the table. It's already pretty dialed in. Well, it's a race to 7, but this could be over quick. 1-0 for Zolas. The current 2025 10-ball champion, European 10-ball champion, and against the Revo Memra, the defending 9-ball champion. Got second in the 10-ball last year also, so no fluke. So 1 ball down, 2 balls over the head string, legal break. Oh, 2 balls down, I'm sorry. Well, it's a little bit unfortunate not getting a shot on the tree. So it will be a push out. Wants to find cover behind the 9 or the 4. It's too hard. Not a very easy safety though, because of the 8. Normally that will be the path for the 3 ball. Maybe go around it now with the cue ball. Well, found cover. It's not an easy jump. I don't know if it's even realistic to go for the jump. Can he get close enough with the kick? Not sure. Well, a little bonus. And you know what? That little bonus can make a big difference at this level. Shouldn't be hard to hit. Could even hook him behind the 9 and the 4. Well, or behind the 6. So a little bit of momentum for both players. Momentum shifts, comes and goes. Wow, that was very close. Also very tough with the rest. So good chance to get his first rack on the board. He's looking at the combination, is he? I mean, for me, for a player his caliber, you would think the run out is easier. And in the end, he thinks so too. Of course, when the combination is dead on or easier than the run out, you should go for the combination. But that didn't look easy at all. So, has to go one reel. I think this is a little bit sensitive, especially when you don't have a rack on the board yet. And that's what I mean. Yeah, it is cuttable. Cue ball going around. Watch out for the 8 ball though. Even hit the 7 maybe. So a lot of traffic. So did hit the 7. Is he lucky or is he unlucky? Well, he's smiling, but is it because oh no, he's hooked. I think there is a cross bank available. The 8 is lying pretty good. Still ball. But now I look at it from this angle. I think the double kiss is on, so it's gotta be a kick safe. The hit is very easy, but to get the hook, it's very doable. Wow, pretty good effort. Went for the bank and double kissed, misjudged. So good effort from Revo. So this 9 ball to go 1-all, to open his account in this winner's qualification of the Predator European Pool Championships. Now we have a look at table 2. Of course, if you want, you can watch both matches at the same time. On table 2 we have my colleague Tim de Ruyter calling the shots. Always a joy to listen to. So Couldn't blame anyone if they switched over. So, legal break, but also a try break. Well, he could try to kind of spin it in, hit it a little bit fuller in the lower left to play position on the 2. Sensitive, real soft and subtle, or go all in. And what did he leave? Well, the 1 is definitely makeable, but the position, as you can see, the 7 is blocking the 2. So, or he has to come all the way back, or come back to the middle of the table for the bank shot. Well, I think he wanted to leave for the bank. He could go for the bank shot in the corner now. Maybe a little bit safety in mind with the with nice speed. Oh, made the bank. Where's the cue ball? Oh, he is okay. Nice bank shot, but still a tough 3 ball. It would help if it passes the 9 in the side. Then it's not an easy pot, but position is pretty automatic. Wow. What a class. A lot of skill in both of these young players. Can you imagine being under 17 and be this good already? So, didn't want to be that straight, so I has to draw back for the 6 in the side, maybe in the corner. Played it perfect. Just a quick look to make sure he likes the angle on the 7. Well, he wanted to get it a little bit closer, or at least a little bit closer to the long rail where he's standing right now. So now it's a little bit of a stretch. Position is automatic, so only has to focus on the pot. Maybe he can leave the extension on. No. Yes. No. I mean, I know back in the day you never saw extensions. Well, only the extension of time being called. But that is a very handy piece of equipment, especially for the smaller players and in the youth, of course. Well, a lot of players benefit the extension. You know, we got a look of this beautiful Predator Arena, beautiful as always. What a great venue. What a great setup. So it's Rigo to break, to try and tie. 2 balls already on the break. And is left with a very thin cut on the 3 if he chooses to go for it. Or does it go past the 7? I don't think so. No. Combination is also pretty tough. So if he decides to attack, it's gonna be with inside spin, 3 rails in between the 7 and the 6, but no, he's not going for it. Played it pretty good, but it's an easy hit for Azolas. Well, didn't get far enough, so this is a chance. One good shot needed. Needs to get the arm going though. Need to put some extra stroke in this one. Wow. Hit that very sweet, but just a little bit too soft. Wow, can he see enough of the 4? So close. Oh, you can see it. I mean, from this point of view, it doesn't even look like he can hit it. So decides to go for the kick. Needs a little bit of luck. So no luck and a chance to get a 2-rack lead for Azolas. Who would love to add another title to this European Championship this year. Already with the 10-ball title. The 9-ball title would definitely be very big. So can drop above the 8 or go 2 rails for a bigger angle on the 8, or he could play it with inside, played it pretty good. Of course, the tables have been played on also on the Euro Tour and are a little bit worn in already, so it does grab, as you can see, for the inside spin a little bit more. So this is a big shot, and you know what, with the 1 ball that close to the rail, this is missable. It's not a, he should make it, but it's not. Oh, so yeah, he already knew that it was gonna be a little bit tougher, taking a little bit more time. wiping off the cue, but it didn't help in this moment. So that was a gift to Revo and of course for the Estonian fans. So 2-2 and Solas with a direct chance to play a run out and forget about that miss. Nothing nicer after a miss than clearing the table, but it doesn't look like an easy chance. Can he cut this? I think it has to be safety. It's not hard enough though. Would have liked to be just a little bit straighter, because now or he has to jack up or he has to miss the 8. It's a little bit tougher with this big of an angle. Wow. And because of that, took his eye off the pot a little bit. Gotta say, this young man from Lithuania has a nice base around the table. Two pre-strokes, 2, maybe 3, and then pull the trigger. It does look very easy. So this will help him forget about the miss earlier. 3-2. So is this gonna go all the way? Oh, is it hard enough? Is it gonna reach? Oh, it barely touched the short rail. So the winner of this match will go on to play in the last 32. Oh, unexpected miss there. So good chance for Revo. Last 32 already. Renzo Sierra and Max Benko already in the last 32. Max, who of course one of the favorites. A lot of titles already. So key shot coming up needs to be kind of straight. Isn't. So maybe can he go around the 8? Yeah, and somewhere over there would also be pretty okay. And as we saw earlier, the tables do grab a little bit of the check side, but well, decides to go for the safety, but didn't get the snooker, so hands over initiative to the reigning 10-ball champion. I think he just left it. I think he maybe even left the bank. He did. With a position on the 6. Didn't want to be that close to the short rail though, but it is a good chance. A little bit of a blind angle. Wow. Revo created a good chance there, but oh, that putt was anything but easy. Well, better kiss by the 9, needs a good bump. And anything but full ball would have been okay. So this is cuttable, I think, but well, not easy. Go for it. Made it. Cue ball. Cue ball is barely. Oh, well, that almost went in. Yeah, just settle yourself, because big moment to get a 2-rec lead for the first time in the match. Also over the 50% mark. A little bit longer 9 than he would have liked. But expect him to make this one. So Revo taking a timeout. I think that's a nice moment to take a timeout, just to get some focus back. Maybe break the momentum of Azolas there for a bit as a bonus. But in the first place, he will be going to the toilet maybe and wash his face, just reset. Give himself a little bit of a pep talk. In the meantime, we got this nice 2-table view. I mean, what a production. Gotta love it. So 6-0 in favor of Hiebler. And well, there is the 7. Yeah, that's a pretty fast match. Pretty one-sided. Of course, the other table also with live commentary from Tim de Ruyter. So I would like to use this moment to remind you guys to support the free stream we all love so much. If you haven't already, we would very much appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to the ProBilliardTV channel. It's always a big help, and we can grow the sport together. So 4-2, ball down. Does he have a shot? I think he can see a part of the 2. A part at least, but if it goes, he would like to go for it, of course. If it goes, watch out with the cue ball. Oh, obviously it didn't go. So is this on? It looks on. And are we looking at a refreshed Revo? Namer. Oh, big shot. there was always gonna be a very, very tall order being that checked up. Well, he made that look very easy, but it was a little bit of a blind angle. So, oh, didn't want to hit the 5, misjudged how much the cue ball was gonna slide with that pace. So doesn't even look at the bank. How's the speed? Well, it's a good safety. So I'm not sure if the 4 is frozen. If so, the cue ball or another ball has to hit a rail, because then the 4 will not count as a rail when it's already frozen. So that's definitely a legal shot in any case. Well, did he fluke it? He didn't, but he did fluke the safety. On the other hand, it is a pretty nice chance for the swerve or a kick, and the chance of having position is pretty okay. So if Maimer can stay positive here, he can turn this into a great chance. He definitely has the skill to make it. The skill and the knowledge. So how's the line? Whoa, how can you believe it? I mean, that's pretty much impossible to hit it and not make it. Wow. That's very unfortunate. So I was taking a look at the pocket. If nothing is blocking it or anything, maybe, because that was very, very unfortunate for Revo there. So, and because of that, wow, lucky roll for Azolas, he has a chance to go 5-2 up. He will go 5-2 up. I still can't believe he actually hit that ball and didn't make it. Also tells you something about how deep the slate of the Predator arc table is, which, as you can see, makes it tougher, especially when the cloth is a little bit older or worn in. And when you hit the ball harder, oh, it doesn't fall when you're not straight in. And most players will very much like it that way. So good break. He has the gap? Does he have the gap, or does he need to jump? Jump draw. There we go. Ooh. He's trying to feel it. Wow, and it's not happening at the moment for the young Revo. For the defending champion. And it's all happening for the reigning 10-ball champion here. You're seeing right now at the table.
Time.
Oh, unexpected miss. Didn't leave it. But Revo will be happy getting back to the table. So he's figuring out swerve, jump, maybe bank even. It's gonna be the swerve. Well, needs the cue ball to stop. And if he can see the 5, which I think he can, then that was a beautiful swerve shot. Especially if you can make the 5. Well, and did we talk about the Predator arc table with the deeper slate? And second time the young Revo is caught by the slate. Another chance gifted. Yeah, he puts up his hand, and you know what? When you play good, you get lucky more often. Momentum is a crazy, crazy thing in this sport. Just okay. Would have liked just be a little bit straighter. And that's why he went all the way around the angles. So this 9-ball to get on the hill. alternate break. This is gonna be very tough for Iwan Memre to get back. Not impossible, of course. But he needs a little bit of help from this young man here. The 10-ball champion. Well, a try break for starters is a good begin for Ivo's comeback plan. So you could say, run out from here, shoot a break and run, 6-4, maybe get a try break again from Azolas, 6-5, and then you can break to get on hill. And you should think positive that you're still in it to win it. So it's playing a little bit all in pull. So, and here comes the key shot. Or, well, the 7 is also not very easy. So has to stay high on the 5. Just a little past the middle of the table. Oh. What about that for a shot? Didn't see that one coming. And a lot of times when players are that far behind, it's nice to let go. Get the arm going. But here, as you can see, we have the second key shot. So is he gonna draw again? Big stroke. You know what? If he runs this out, that will put a little bit of pressure on Azolas, especially when he can break and run the next one. So this 7 basically to stay in. Well, what a very nice clearance by Iwan Memre, who has the chance to break, to get 6-4 and put a lot of pressure on the next break for Azolas. That would be the plan. So, but first, needs at least one ball on the break and a legal break. Don't forget the balls over the head string. So 1 ball down, 2 balls, 3 balls, 4 balls over the head string. Second ball down. A long, very long, straight 1 ball. So does the 2 ball pass the 6 in the upper right corner? If so, a little drawback. Not very easy, but doable for a player of Ivo's caliber. And the question is if the 3 goes. Wow. maybe stood up a little fast also. But you know what? Maybe momentum shifted. Momentum is that girlfriend that everybody in your school would love to date with, but no one could really tie her up. And you know what? If we compare momentum with a date with a girl, then you also have to take care of momentum by taking your chances. That's how it works. If you take care of momentum by making a lot of your shots, momentum will stay longer at your side. So almost got it stuck behind the 4. And we still don't know if the 3 goes in the lower right corner. I think it doesn't. From this angle it looks like it doesn't, but so maybe if you revo, a little bit of a safety battle isn't bad. Your opponent was running a lot of balls, so breaking the rhythm could be a good thing. About to find out. Well, now we still don't know if it would have went in, but I'm not really sure if he went for the safety or the pot there. Well, seeing the cue ball, now I think of it, he was definitely going safety. So, long shot here for Azolas for a place in the last 32, and for Rivo Memre to go to the losers qualification. Maybe a little bit of nerves. Did he leave the 3? Can he just spin this in? Yeah, he could. So the only thing has to avoid the 6. Oh, yeah, it was a little bit sensitive, not scratching and avoid the 6. And I think that's the reason why he took his eyes off the pot a little bit. So this is a very, very solid chance for Azolas to win the match, but oh no. Well, you can see here what the European Championships will do to you. So, big stroke coming up. Wow, how sweet did he hit that? Inch perfect. So I think the angle is just, well, maybe a little bit too big to go for 2 reels. So just roll it in a little bit of left hand side. Decided to go up and down. But hit the 9 ball. So this bank shot for a place in the last 32, the reigning 10 ball champion, he chose to duck. Well, it reminds me of this super famous moment of David Arcidi in the Whirlpool Masters. Kazakis not taking on the bank, playing the safety, left the bank for Arcidi. Arcidi made it and, well, became the champion. Well, it's Whirlpool Masters all over again. Well, how epic. What a shot though by Revo Memre. So that was something special. And you know what? If Azolas would lose this match, he will remember that shot. Left another chance for Azolas here. If he can avoid scratching in the side, this could be a very good chance. Not easy, but at least a chance. Well, decided to go for the more difficult pot. Very nice position. So nice. Revo is is even feeling it. So try to cheat the pocket there, but the cloth is already used for over a week. Here you can see the true nature of this beautiful Predator arc table. have to play precise on this table. Not easy, but it is very fair. And we like, as spectators, we like it when it's a little bit tougher, to see how these professionals, these young talents, hold up when it's a little bit tougher. In the meantime, Revo played a very, very solid safety, also being super smart in where to leave the 3-ball. Ooh. And I think Solas got a little bit lucky there. So Revo is checking, does he has a pot? He could go for another fall. Gonna try to open it up. That's definitely the positive way to play it. Or he's not gonna open it up. He played it to play the safe on the 4, but he was a little bit careless with the position. Now it's not that easy anymore. Now it's super sensitive. Still doable, but so this is very jumpable. So for a moment it looked as if Solas was running away in this match, but all of a sudden this is very, very exciting. He left apart. Sticking out. I think it does cut in the upper left, lower left from this point of view, but that's super, super tough. Big risk. So can he to play the 4 to the short rail? Maybe to try and find cover behind the 8 or the 7. Oh, that was always gonna be tough, and well, the hand goes up, so nothing easy. If he can see enough, then maybe the bank is on. Oh, it is on. Needs to roll a little bit. I think this is cuttable, but where's the cue ball going when you go for that shot? The 8 and the 7 are very much in the way, I'm afraid. Can he miss those? No, again, going for the safety. So 2 rail kick shot, 1 rail it became. So kind of 50-yard line, but this 5 to get prime position for a place in the last 32. Made it look very easy. Needs a little bit of angle, he's okay. So perfect angle to draw. Just a little bit lower than where the cue ball is now would be perfect. Straight in. Well, you know what? That's a little bit too far. And last time he left himself on the rail with a little tougher 9-ball. He took his time also. Cleaned his cue. Then he missed. That was in the beginning of the match, but some pressure on this 9-ball. Well, no problem this time. And there you see a very sportsman-like smile from Rivo Meimre. 7-4 for Azolas, the defending or the reigning 10-ball champion, won against the defending 9-ball champion. So stay tuned for a lot of more pool to come today and tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the Pro Billiard TV channel, and we'll be back to you soon. Thank you for watching. This is it for now. Bye.